Rich PUSH America out of Venezuela global reaction as Russia and China confront Washington.
The U.S. is being methodically squeezed out. Gone are the days when economic sanctions and covert operations could topple Latin American regimes unfavorable to U.S. interests. Today, every move against Venezuela is instantly countered by coordinated action from Moscow and Beijing. This isn't just a geopolitical setback, it's a humiliation. When Vice President Delcy Rodriguez took to the international stage and declared, "Caracas is not alone," it wasn't just nationalist bravado. It was a strategic declaration backed by military, economic, and political muscle from two of the world's largest powers. Her message was clear: if the U.S. dares to act, it will face not just Venezuela, but a united BRICS front. And while Americans struggle with inflation, housing instability, and a crumbling middle class, their government is burning through resources, trying to maintain influence in a region that's clearly rejecting them. Meanwhile, Maduro, long mocked in Western media, is gaining ground not because of charisma, but because of powerful friends. With Russian energy firms like Rosneft bypassing U.S. sanctions to prop up Venezuela's crumbling oil sector, and Chinese banks pouring liquidity into Caracas's financial system, the country that was supposed to collapse under Washington's pressure is not just surviving, it's solidifying. And here's the truly shocking part. This isn't a one-off. This is the BRICS blueprint. Brazil, India, South Africa. Each member is supporting Venezuela in its own way, not necessarily with tanks, but with legitimacy. They are collectively challenging the very concept of unilateral U.S. control over Latin America, a policy that's defined American foreign relations since the 1800s. For the average American watching from home, the news might feel distant, but its consequences are anything but. Every time BRICS chips away at U.S. influence abroad, the dollar loses a little more global power, the markets shudder with uncertainty, and America's leadership on the world stage erodes. If we can't control what happens in Venezuela anymore, what does that say about our influence in Europe, in Asia, at home? Are we witnessing the slow-motion death of American global dominance? And if so, who's really benefiting? China's expansion is no longer subtle. Its rhetoric is sharp, its investment aggressive, and its alliances bold. Russia, emboldened by conflict and hardened by sanctions, no longer cares about playing nice. And both are clearly betting that Venezuela will become the symbol of the post-American world. But is this strategy about justice or revenge? Is BRICS truly defending sovereignty, or just replacing one empire with another? In Washington's corridors of power, where Latin America was once treated as a chessboard of influence, panic is beginning to set in. For decades, the U.S. operated with near-total freedom across the region, orchestrating coups, installing friendly regimes, and punishing defiance with sanctions and isolation. But this week's events surrounding Venezuela mark a historic turning point, one that even Pentagon